I am sitting here with Kip Moore right before he's about to take the stage at Joe's Bar. And Kip, we were chatting last night. I was here at your show last night, and you had said that it was your 4th time last night at Joe's, right?
Yeah, I'd say probably 5th, actually.
So tonight's for sure your 5th then. You've definitely done 5 shows.
Yes.
So I was joking with you last night that it almost is like that SNL skit where it was like the 5 Timers Club. I mean,
Yes.
very few people I'm sure are actually in this club where they've performed at Joe's this many times. What makes Joe's so special, and why do you love playing it?
Well, first of all, there's such a class act group of people that run it.
Yeah.
They take really good care of us, and like I've only done like 3 full band shows, and I've done like 2 like private like acoustic things in here. But there's just a mystique about this place. There's an energy you can't put your finger on that this place always has, and you know it's going to be fun every time you get here.
So I was at your show at Stagecoach this spring.
Yeah.
And it was probably when you were debuting a lot of your new material from Wild Ones.
I was.
And I just have to say, I was so blown away because it's one of the most well-curated and well-rounded albums I've heard in a very, very long time, where like every song is better than the next.
Thank you.
And I don't have that experience very often with an album. Like usually there's 2 singles or 2 songs I'm like, oh, I love these. This album, every song is incredible, people.
Thank you.
And what was your process like for this album versus your first album?
You know, the first album, first of all, it was my first time, and I definitely went into this record a lot more of knowing exactly how I wanted to capture the sounds, being a lot more authoritative in the recording process, and telling the musicians, singing them exact licks of certain parts that I wanted, and I had sang almost so many of the parts into my recorder before I even got in. There was so much pre-production, and it was basically just really knowing how to get what was in my head onto tape, whereas the first time around it was a lot of discovering that. And I might walk out of the room going like, you know, I don't know if I quite came out like I had it in my head, but this record, everything came out like I had it in my head. And I was just in a different place in life. The first record was a very nostalgic, looking back kind of record, and this record was much more in the present of where my life is at now. So,
like your overall vibe now that you're throwing
well,
out.
I mean, like, you know, it's like I've been
on.
nothing but, you know, a road gypsy for the last 4 years. So I mean, coming from South Georgia, never really seeing much until I started doing this. You know, a lot changes.
Right, now that kind of brings me to my next question. You said last night on stage during your performance that, you know, it's been an uphill climb for you. And now that you have all this success, like, does it make it that much sweeter to have the success, knowing that you worked so hard for it and it was a struggle?
It does. I have those moments where I have this, like last night when they're singing the entire record back. There's a very gratifying thing about that. But I still have, I kind of thrive in the misery state.
Right.
And I for some reason, I battle a lot of demons. I can walk up that stage and they're singing everything, and then I'll just can pick apart every single thing that I did wrong. And sometimes it's hard to relish the good things that are happening because I'm thinking of all the things I want to change. So, but I have really been present during this tour and seemed to really grasp everything that's happening. And this is the happiest I've been in a while playing music.
Well, I think it shows, and I'm really excited to see you again 2 nights in a row, kill it on stage.
Nights.
And we know you're going to bring it. Wild Ones tour, everyone. Kip Moore, thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll see you out on stage.